How's it going, everybody? You got the Razman coming at you here with another episode of the Razman's Reality, and as you can see by the title, today is a Blu-ray game DVD update video, as well as an unexpected rant that came along with one of the purchases. And this, by the way, is the reason that I haven't done a video in a couple of weeks. I knew that this update was coming, so I wanted to wait for all the pieces before I did anything else or reviewed anything else. Plus, it's just been a busy couple of weeks personally. By the way, just real quick before I start this, I wanted to mention to make sure you're following me on all my social media, my Instagram, my Twitter, and my Facebook, because if you do, a lot of times when I'm planning an update, you will see what I picked up before I can put it in a video. So first up, I got the Peanuts movie. I am a huge fan of the Peanuts, always have been, always will be a huge fan of the Peanuts. So was really excited to own and see this film. Very, very true to who the characters are. This is what the characters would have been like had 3D technology been around when Charles Schultz created them. Just an amazing job by Blue Sky Studios on this. If you haven't seen it and you're a big fan of the characters, I highly recommend it. And it came with a Snoopy plush doll. So here's a picture of him. I apologize for the other things on the shelf in frame here, but it had to be widescreen or it wouldn't look right within the video. I couldn't do a straight up and down photo. So again, here that is. Next up, longtime subscribers will have known that I was going to pick this one up. It's the final piece of the Hunger Games saga, The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2, as they, of course, split the third book into 2 films. And, of course, I had to complete my own personal collection of all the Target exclusives because the Target exclusives feature more special features. So, that is The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. Next up for the PS4, I of course picked up MLB 16, the show. Again, longtime subscribers will know that I pick up this game on pre-order every year. I had done an unboxing every year of my YouTube channel until this year because I was so anxious to play. Plus, I looked at the view numbers and they weren't my highest view count unboxings. So I thought you all would probably be more interested in a review, which will be coming in the next few weeks. So that is MLB 16, the show. Alrighty, so before I show you what the next pickup is, it's story time. I hang out a lot with a dear friend of mine. You've heard me talk about her before. She's helped me pick up things like the Matt Smith set, and she just sent me something else that's actually going to be the very last thing I show you here today. My friend from Canada, her name is Jen. We wanted something to do with our time together, so I recommended one of my all-time favorite shows to her, and she got really into it, and we made it all the way through the first season, and suddenly she had problems with being able to stream the episodes of the show. So she decided to pick up the Blu-ray set for herself. So of course, since she picked up the Blu-rays, I thought, well, I really want to pick the Blu-rays up because of course I've been wanting them since they came out, and I want to be matched up with her on the same format. And it just so happened that while thinking I would have to wait a while because, as you all know, I'm not the richest guy on the planet when it comes to being able to pick things up, but it just so happens that eBay had a deal for this set for $40. So you can't beat that because even with shipping, it only made it $49 and something cents. And I'm talking about the show about exploring unexplained phenomenon with a team of FBI agents, the one and only J.J. Abrams' recent modern classic, Fringe. So yeah, very, very excited to finally own this set. This is the box that it came in, just a nice box that houses all of the individual season sets. So this of course is the front. Here's the spine, which shows you what each of the individual seasons look like. And there's the back with the main cast and a blurb about what the show is about. I will be doing a showcase episode for these because they're really nice, gorgeous individual season sets, artwork on the disc and everything. But here is season 1, really nice slipcover. I don't know how well it's going to translate on camera. It doesn't look like it's changing on camera, but it is lenticular. It goes back and forth between the characters and the things that you see on the show during a break when it would go to a commercial. But again, I don't think it's translating on camera, unfortunately. It just has to do with the way the light is hitting it. Well, right there, you can see a little bit of the images in the faces from that angle. So yeah, that's season 1. And here now is season 2, and you notice that there's no slipcover on this. Did that mean I got ripped off and the complete series set came minus slipcovers? No. Let me show you what did happen. And yes, folks, this is where the unexpected rant comes into play. There's disc 2 and 3 of the 4-disc Blu-ray set. So naturally, what should I be showing you next? Disc 4, right? But no. Take a real close look at that right there. What does that say? That's another disc 3. That's right. For some freaky, unbelievable reason, I was shipped an edition that somehow got 2 disc 3s put into it and no disc 4 at all. So I contacted Warner Brothers support and proceeded to receive no reply from them whatsoever. They have the most useless customer support I've ever heard of. The idea that there's no phone number for consumers to contact them is absolutely ridiculous. You get a generic form that you fill out on the internet. It's the same place that you would leave just generic comments about products. So how are they even supposed to tell when there's a customer support issue? Well, after waiting about a week, obviously I was watching through this show and I really needed to have my set complete. So what did I end up doing? I rebought season 2 because luckily enough for me, it was only $8 on Amazon. Of all of the seasons, this was the cheapest one, ironically, and it was the one that I needed. Now, the other funny thing that happened here is that this is the original slipcover that came with the misprinted set. When I got the replacement set in, for whatever reason, I don't know if the cellophane was wrapped too tight or whatever. As usual, my family helps me to unwrap things most of the time. So I don't know if the cellophane was wrapped too tight or whatever, but there was a rip back around this part here where the barcode is. So I just went ahead and stuck the original slipcover on it. But as you can see, there's disc 3 and there is the needed disc 4. So the replacement set worked out just fine, and luckily enough for me, because I had originally purchased the complete series, I had a really nice non-damaged slipcover to go on to it. But obviously the rant is not about the freaky mistake, because those freaky things are going to happen every once in a blue moon. It's about the horrible, horrible customer support by Warner Brothers. So yeah, Warner Brothers, I don't care that I had gift cards and this replacement set only cost me $2.01 out of pocket. What I'm upset about is that I shouldn't have had to spend money on it again at all. You should do your job and get back to your consumers. There's Season 3, Season 4, and the 5th and final season. Next up, I of course picked up the Target exclusive edition of Star Wars The Force Awakens with additional special features. I got it for the special features and special features alone, but I hate these cardboard slip style packaging. Just give us a real case, for goodness sake. But it's still nice artwork and actually has the best artwork design of just about any of the releases, to be honest. So there's the front, there's the two inner flaps, and there's the nice digipack design. Now, I don't really have a real issue with these as far as not knowing this was coming, because this is the way all the last 3 Hunger Games films have come. So I knew Target had gone this route with their quote-unquote special editions with cheap packaging, but I was just a little bit more disappointed because this is Star Wars after all. And there's the back. And lastly, I mentioned that my friend Jen had been nice enough to give me something. She found this gem at a thrift store, one of my favorite Disney films that I don't own. Yes, I know there is a Blu-ray of it, but she couldn't pass this up for $4 because it was the Platinum Edition in perfect condition, and as you know, the Platinum Editions are going to be worth a lot more money now because the Diamond Editions came after them. So yeah, just absolutely perfect condition. There, of course, is the front. I mean, look here, the case isn't damaged at all. There's the first disc, second disc, and then just to prove it and show it to you, there's the back of disc 2. So no scratches or fingerprints at all, just absolutely pristine condition at a thrift store for $4. So there you have it, everybody. There is everything. I hope you all enjoyed today's Blu-ray, DVD, and game update episode. Next thing you will see will be a Batman vs. Superman review. I went out to the cinema to see that, got a story behind it, so want to review that while it's fresh in my mind. Then I will get to finally reviewing Star Wars The Force Awakens. As I mentioned, I just got so behind on it that I decided to just wait until I had the Blu-ray, which now I do, of course. And then you'll see a lot of the other things that you saw in this update as far as videos in the near future. And also, I'm going to be talking about Deadpool when I pick that up. I originally filmed a short little non-spoiler review for that, but didn't feel like that I said enough about it without being able to talk about the film itself. So we'll be talking about that. And then, of course, in May, at the end of May, is when I'm going to be able to do my 24-hour movie marathon, the 5th annual 24-hour movie marathon. So a lot of things to look forward to here on the channel. So thanks as always to my Patreon sponsor, Burge Odin, your support, or Odin, however you pronounce it. I'm not entirely sure. Sorry about that. But as always, your support is greatly appreciated. Please do consider becoming a Patreon sponsor yourself. Any and all money goes right back here into the show to make it bigger and better for all of you, my great and wonderful viewers and friends. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.